Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.
That's right, Taylor 500 help for all your heating and plumbing needs. Of course, Taylor 500 help. It is chilly, so I hope you had Taylor 500 help come over and service your furnace. You want that thing to be running right. You don't want it to be smoking for sure, right? So make sure you call Taylor. They'll come over. They'll make sure everything is running great. They'll make sure that you and your family are nice and cozy, toasty warm as we head into the winter months, of course. So I will tell you this, since 1947, Taylor Heating and Plumbing and Bradford White have been the most reliable source for all your plumbing and heating needs with same-day service and upfront pricing. You can be assured that help is on the way. Taylor 500 help. They do duct cleaning, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and home energy. So give them a call. Taylor 500 help. And of course, we want your driveway to look fabulous, right? So you want to get your driveway sealed before it gets really snowy. Make sure you call Express Sealers because nothing makes your curb appeal look nicer than a freshly sealed driveway. Call Express Sealers, not a fly-by-night company. They're not one of those door knocker sealing companies. Protect your investment and call 645-2010. That's 645-2010 for Express Sealers. And of course, you want a snowblower come winter, right? You want to make sure that you're not out there shoveling. So you got to have the big daddy of all snowblowers, Precision Lawn and Garden. They have those tractors too that remove snow. They have everything you need at Precision Lawn and Garden. They're in Webster. It's Rochester's lawn service specialist since 1969, providing Rochester and surrounding areas professional sales, service, and parts. They have chainsaws and snow blowers and blowers. They have all the names that you've come to know: Cub Cadet, Toro, Aaron's, in-stock model, sales model. Of course, you want to check them out. It is Precision Lawn and Garden. They are up there in Webster. Talk to Justin and Kimberly. They're your people. And make sure you support our advertisers because they support us here at the We the People Podcast Network. Woo!
Live from the We the People broadcast studio in rainy, chilly, 48-degree Irondequoit, New York. Winter's coming.
Come on.
It may be cold outside, but she's on
It's
fire
hot.
in here.
It's hot.
She's ready to explode. Here she is. It's Kimberly Ray.
Hey. Oh, what's the matter, Tom? Are you a little under the weather today?
I think I got some sinus issues.
Oh, my God. Can you man up? Can you seriously grab your balls and let's have a little manliness from Tom?
I might cry a little. I don't know.
Because it goes,
I got some pressure here.
I can immediately tell he doesn't feel good. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I got some pressure.
You better bring it.
Ah,
There's no I'm sick.
nobody's watching
On the We
anyways.
the People podcast. There are lots of people that are watching on the We the People podcast network. Hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for watching. It is 2:00 and it's Tuesday, and that means it's We the People podcast network time. I'm Kimberly. Kimberly's Revolution is a podcast you're listening to. Just Tom is sitting right across from me. And of course, we have Austin. Austin is here. Where's Austin? There he is. There's
Hello.
Austin. Hello. And we want to thank Fitz from Rock Vox Productions, who makes a lot of this happen. He made a lot of this equipment happen. He made a lot of this show happen. And if you're thinking about maybe putting together a podcast with some friends, some buddies, some work friends, do that and call Fitz at Rock Vox Productions. That's ROCVOX Productions. You can Google's it. It'll be right there.
Googles?
And you can Google's it. Everything's on the internet, people. Forever. It's forever on the internet. And so we want to thank everyone for watching Kimberly's Revolution. We have some big news.
Big news.
We have big news as far as the website, right?
Yeah, it's done.
It seems forever ago that we put this together, but these things do take time. And I want to thank Angela. Angela is a patriot, a true patriot. And she said, hey, my brother and his buddy can help you guys.
They've been great.
For a price. And we said, well, we've got all the money in the world. So why don't we just put together a website? So we did. And it's up and it's live.
Yes.
Tell everyone what it is.
We the People podcastnetwork.com. There's a link on both Facebook accounts.
Easy
peasy.
Easy peasy.
So Kimberlina,
Yes.
is this your Friday or Saturday night? I want to be hot, but kind of, casual look with the black.
You like my shirt?
Sure.
Venus.com, ladies. They have them in white as well.
Is that what Venus.com is? I thought that was something else.
It comes, the cat hair is extra, guys. I don't know how I ever get out of the house without cat hair not on me, because it seems like I got cat hair all over me. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it's super cute. It's got little,
Yeah.
the little rips down the side, but yet it's not showing anything that
Do you wear that out the hot shots?
shouldn't be.
No.
Oh, shit balls. Yeah. Hot shots. I can say I've never been to Hot Shots. I know people that have. All right. So first, I'm going to get started. You were bad. You were really bad.
Yeah, you had that one coming.
So not everyone knows the story about Hot Shots. It's not anything that has to do with us. It's just, it has to do with other people that may have recently been in the news. But here's the thing I'm going to say right now. I've been getting text messages and emails and Twitter messages and all kinds of ridiculous things. If you don't speak on the Greece situation, you're a coward. You're such a hypocrite. I haven't seen one tweet from you about the Greece police chief. I mean, it goes on. I probably had 25 to 30 messages via direct message on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. You're a coward. How come you can speak about everything else, but you can't speak about the Greece police situation? And I'm just going to tell you right now, because my daughter is more important to me than any asshole driving drunk in a car.
Amen.
My daughter is a Greece police officer, and I love her and I respect her. And she worked hard to get to where she's going. And she and the rest of her coworkers within the Greece Police Department do not deserve any of this attention that they are now forced to answer to, because that's all they're getting thrown in their face. I don't know this. My daughter was working on Thursday night. She was not working at 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes she does when she's called out at like 10:30 or 11 for some, situation that's going down, but she was not working. And I thank goodness that she wasn't. I would hate for her to be put in a situation where she has to deal with that. And I feel bad for the police officers that were in that spot. And I feel bad for, everyone else who is close to someone who works in the Greece Police Department that, they've also had to kind of listen to the people they love talk about this and go, great, that's the last thing Greece needs. And it is the last thing Greece needs, is something like that to happen. I have no thoughts on Chief Forsyth. I don't know him personally. I've only know what I've been told. I've only met him a handful of times. I do not have any personal experiences with him. So I can't tell you if he's a drunk, if he does this regularly, if whatever. I have no information to give on that. I just know the particulars of what happened. And I will say, it doesn't matter what I think. You guys all know what I think. I think you've listened to me long enough in this town that you know what I think about this. It's fairly simple. It's a crappy thing to have happened. He's 50 some years old. He knows better. It's just, it's really frustrating when these kind of things happen. People have called me a hypocrite for talking about everyone else, but I will say I didn't know them either. And my daughter didn't work directly for them. I'll just come out and say it. My daughter's more important than anybody calling me a coward or a hypocrite. I can take it all day long, but I'm not going to be the source of any kind of pain or frustration for my daughter. She had to endure enough of that growing up with her mother being Kimberly. That's really bad enough. and the last year were really hard on her. And I will tell you this, don't feel sorry for her. She's a tough girl. She'll take you down in 2 seconds flat. But I will say this, that regardless of what anyone thinks of me, my daughter is a hardworking Greece police officer. She works with other very hardworking, respectful police officers, men and women. They didn't deserve this. I'm glad that the chief resigned. It should have happened on Saturday, No, it should have happened on Friday, but it didn't. I, I knew on Friday by about 5:00 that this had happened. I had pictures by Saturday morning. We know that the people in charge of Greece also knew. I don't care what they say. They knew. I had that picture. If I had that picture, and I'm just Kimberly nobody. I sell real estate and do a podcast. I'm not even on the radio anymore. I can't, help anyone by getting these pictures out to anyone. Who am I going to send them to? I can't post it on some big old Facebook page. I've got no Facebook page anymore, or, for a radio station. But I had those pictures by Saturday morning. That's where it happened on 390.
Looks like the car lost, Kimberly.
I will tell you that if the car is in the impound lot at the Greece police station, people saw the car.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The guy made a mistake.
That were in charge.
The chief made a mistake.
And
then they tried to cover it up a little bit, and it didn't work.
The cover up, and I don't have to tell anyone what my thoughts are on the cover up. For God's sakes, it was 50 hours before anyone came forward with what the hell happened. And the only reason they came forward is because people had the pictures. If someone sent me the pictures, again, some girl that just doesn't matter anymore, at 7:30 on a Saturday morning, there were probably 100 other people that had those pictures.
Hey, the guy lost his job, and, that's regretful, but it could have been a lot worse, right? He could have hit somebody, could have killed himself. It could have been a lot worse. So, he should be thankful for that.
I mean, I didn't even know bars in town were open till 1:00 in the morning anymore. I guess they are. Hot Shot's a hell of a place.
Right.
Never been. But can we play the video that we have on the situation? You guys have heard the video. You've heard the audio by now, right? Let's go ahead.
This morning, as I gathered more and more information, I thought that what we needed to do was I needed to ask for the chief's resignation.
Just days after crashing his department-issued vehicle, Greece Police Chief Drew Forsyth is stepping down. Forsyth met with Town Supervisor Bill Rylick Monday morning to submit his resignation.
Sorry, boss, I'm sorry. Sorry for what, you gave me a tremendous opportunity.
He was last seen headed towards English with on the passenger side.
That's audio from the Greece police scanner the morning Forsyth crashed into a guardrail. You can hear dispatchers describing a car driving without a tire and sparks flying. When he called for help, Forsyth told dispatchers he hit a deer.
Jimmy, English in North Greece. I hit a deer.
You have a person that you entrust, you support, you recognize their talents and their knowledge and their skills, and they come to you and say, look, a deer ran in front of me, I swerved, I hit a guardrail. I didn't get hurt, nobody else was in the car. Police report was taken. At that point, you figure that's the end of it,
Supervisor Bill Rylick
can we stop right there?
Wasn't fully told all the details of what happened.
I'm just going to say this and I'm going to be done with it. That is not true. If this was in the impound lot in Greece, people saw this car. They knew exactly what it was. They knew Thursday morning at 1:30 what it was. And I would assume that phone calls were made as to what it was on Friday morning.
Well, it's an election year, right?
But I will say,
got to have some political spin there.
It smells. It's not pretty. And I'm not telling you anything you haven't heard already. But I know if I heard about the situation Friday at 5:00 and what exactly it entailed, as we all know now, Mr. Rylick also knew. He can't say he didn't. He can't say I didn't know all the details. If the car was parked in the impound lot in Greece, where it was, and I got a picture on Saturday morning, Mr. Rylick knew on Friday morning, bright and early.
Probably.
He knew because whoever took Chief Forsyth home probably called him up and told him. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm not going to, it's not necessary for me to tweet or talk about it.
Maybe the police department, Kimberly, tried to do their own fixing before it got to the supervisor.
There's no fixing this.
Yeah.
There's no.
Maybe they tried.
There's no fixing There's no fixing
Can't
that's
hurt.
gonna
Can't hurt for trying, right?
right. So
The guy lost his job.
again,
He would lose his job anyways. Why not? Try.
Right.
Why not try?
But I would have thought that the resignation should have come way sooner than it did. I would have thought that the explanation or what have you should have come earlier than it did. The way you get through these things is you nip them early. It's way painless if you rip the Band-Aid off. If there's something that's really bad, you've got to attack that thing head on. That means Friday afternoon when everyone is sobered up, right? You can't let it go the weekend. I think that's what really makes the most people mad, is that it went the weekend and no one spoke about it. Not even me. Because
you speak about everything.
And I speak about everything.
So is Chloe going to apply for police chief? No,
Chloe's just trying to get through. I mean, she appreciates.
She might win.
Is friends with, some really good people on the police force. And again, I feel bad that they have to deal with this kind of shenanigans. It didn't have to be that way.
Like I said, the guy made a mistake. Let's move on.
It's a big mistake.
Yeah.
And he paid for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we all do.
As we all would.
We're human. And, the dumb shit never stops happening, people.
Yeah.
It just keeps on coming.
There's only one Hunter Biden. Everybody else gets what coming to him.
It's like, diarrhea just never stops, It's just
hopefully
there's an abundant sum of bull crap that happens on a regular basis.
Hopefully he gets help and and straightens it out a little bit. But what the hell? I mean, doesn't he ever heard of Uber or who's ever at the bar with him? Couldn't they get his keys from him?
Doesn't matter now. It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late.
Bad decision,
but
cost him his career.
I am neither a hypocrite nor a coward. I know people are just trying to rile me up so that I would, do something. But I'm not stupid. So, and I love my daughter more than I love anyone else. So I don't feel the need to tweet or talk about it or whatever. So I said my piece and that's going to be it. I want to show you guys and I sent you this yesterday. You deal with people and sometimes people are people.
Is that a hot take?
And
people are people.
And they're not very nice sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And in radio, I would probably have dealt with this person,
especially in real estate,
a lot differently than I did. I've been a real estate agent for about a year. It can be very challenging at times. I really have to watch what I say. I really don't want to watch what I say, but you're dealing with people and their emotions and their money, and people and emotions and money.
Yeah, and
it's a very difficult combination.
In real estate, and nobody sees anything but green.
That's exactly right, because they're either spending it or they're trying to make it. Right? Yep. Those are what people. That's what people are trying to do in real estate. So, I reached out to this individual about a house that they had. That the person was kind of snippy to begin with, because in my estimation, they didn't get back to me about a possible showing at one of their listings quick enough. It was 2.5 hours. I'm trying to schedule out, houses for my clients.
That's all it was? 2.5 hours?
It was 2.5 hours.
Come on.
For God's sakes.
What do you think? The market's that hot? Houses are going to sell every day like that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, all right.
And it is. So,
yeah, if it was me, it would have been a week.
So the person was a little testy. After 2.5 hours, I reached out and said, "Hey, I'm trying to schedule my clients to see a particular house. I haven't heard from you." And he goes, "You just booked the appointment
2.5 hours ago."
I didn't say that. I just said, "Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm just trying to schedule. I'm trying to be nice." And then I want you to put up the message so he said, "Okay, you're confirmed. You're ready to go." And he said, "You're confirmed. You're ready to go. Your clients can see the house." Fantastic.
No problem.
He says, "Front door is unlocked." And I think, that's weird. As a real estate agent, I never advise my clients to go away and leave their door unlocked for anyone. There's always a combo lock, or there's one of those little super things that we open with our phone. It's electronic. And then
it's more old school, Kimberly. In the old days, we always left the house unlocked.
This house is on a main drag in an area that's pretty busy. I don't know that I'm advising my client, and I don't think it's the right thing to do. I'm not advising my client to leave their doors wide open. Come on in. And I said, appreciate it. Thank you. And I was wondering, okay, is this right? I'm going to ask him. Thank you. So no combo or super, just unlocked? And he responds, really? What did my message say?
So was this Chad that you were texting?
No.
No.
And then I said, not immediately after, it took me a second. And people who know me are like, oh my God, wait for the explosion.
Right.
And so I said, trying to like lighten the mood, because I'm all about happiness and light.
Sure you are.
Nice. Sassy as a rule or just today? Smiley face. And he wrote, again, what did my message say? I hate to repeat myself. What kind of condescending bullshit is that?
He's got a busy day, Kimberlina.
Fuck you and your overpriced house. Oh my God. And here's what I want to know. Had that been you talking to this particular person who had this listing, would he have talked to you the same way?
Probably.
Amen. No, he wouldn't have. No,
How do you know it's a text message?
He would not have spoken to you that way.
Maybe
he spoke to me that way, either one, because he knows who I am, or two,
a little arrogant there.
because that's the way he talks to women. That's the way he talks to women that
Really?
he doesn't feel are up to his level. And I gotta tell you something right now. Messing with the wrong girl.
I gotta argue with you there. My guess is this is the way the guy acts all the time to everybody. So this is just who he is.
Is it? And no one's punched him in the face yet? I'm surprised.
Well, again, all he sees is green.
You know,
and you're in his way, and all he sees is money, and maybe he figures he's already got it sold, and it's a waste of time.
He doesn't have it sold. It's been on the market for 87 days.
Well,
and I don't appreciate anyone talking to me. And then he wrote that on a text message to make me feel bad as a woman and a realtor. That's what I don't like. I'm a newbie. I'm just making sure, because I think it's weird that you would advise your client to just leave the door open. So
we used to do it all the time.
He's very misogynistic. I know. And I'm telling you, Tom, had you or Chad written that message to him, he would not have responded in such a way. And I'm not getting my little feelers hurt over it. It just pisses me off because I want to punch him. And I want to tell him, I don't know who the hell you think you are. And I don't know who the hell you think you're dealing with. But I am not one of those little girls you can push around. You got something coming. There's no need to be that way. I don't care how much money the guy makes or doesn't make in real estate or how long he's been doing it. You know what? So he could have joked and said, I said, nice, sassy as a rule, or just today. He could have said, yeah, I'm just sassy today. He could have said a million things. But again, what does he say? Again, what does my message say? I hate to repeat myself.
That the house is unlocked. Yeah.
Okay.
We used to leave the houses unlocked all the time. That's actually what we did.
Yeah, back in 1982. This is not 1982.
Or
Tom.
we put a key under the flower pot and said, hey, the key's under the flower pot.
Guess what? It's 2021.
You don't do that
and
anymore?
We have combo locks, and we've got the little super thing that you can open with your phone. And I don't appreciate the condescending text.
All right.
So next time he does it,
he's on blast.
And he knows who he is.
We won't say who he is.
No, I'm not saying. He could be anyone. Could be anyone. Could be anyone, could be anywhere. I'm not even saying where the house is.
All right.
But I'm just saying, don't be like that to people.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later, it's going to come around and bite you.
Be kind to others.
There's no reason to be mean to people like that, or he did it for a reason. And the reason is because he's one of these guys who wants to make you feel less.
Well, that could
be. I don't feel less. I feel great about all this.
My guess is he treats everybody like that.
I don't think so. But thank you very much for that. It makes me feel just a sliver.
Okay.
But
that's my job, is to make you feel a little warm inside, Kimberlina.
Yesterday,
what?
Can I just tell you how badly I wanted to respond?
Inner peace.
But I brought it down.
Okay.
Not worth it. Just want you to know.
All right. So where are we bringing the pitchforks?
Yeah, there's Deborah. I would never leave my door unlocked. Yeah, if your real estate agent, Deborah, told you, oh, just leave your door unlocked so all the agents can come in and out, no problem. You hire a different agent right now. Right freaking now. You pick up the phone, you call Kimberly at Revere, and you say, I'd like to hire you as my realtor because this jackass wants me to leave my door open. No. Just say no. And I will speak for the other realtors here at Reveal Realty. We don't do that. We don't ask you to leave your door open so that people can come in and out, conveniently, because your ass is too lazy to go over there and put a combo lock on the door.
Again, as the appraiser for many years.
I don't care.
That used to happen all the time.
It's not many years ago now. See?
There was no internet.
Guess what there is.
So I would call
Jesus,
I would call the agent and I'd say, hey, I got to see 123 Happy Street. And he'd be like, yeah, I'll run over there now and unlock it. And so, when you're done, just lock it back up. No problem. Never had an issue.
No. Speaking of houses for sale, oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
If you are in the market, if you're a buyer and you've been trying to find a house, I've got one in Greece coming up, and it is so weird.
And you are going to need a combo to get in.
You're going to need yes. I'm just not going to tell my client to leave their house open.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I hate to repeat myself. I'm not going to just leave the house open. No, but it's going to go live on Tuesday. I'm having the photographer come over and do the pictures.
Isn't today Tuesday?
Next Tuesday. I've got to get the photographer in to do the video and the pictures this weekend. It's in Greece. It's got a pool. It's got a half an acre.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. The kitchen to die for. So if you're in the market for a house in Greece, it's going to be beautiful. Harriet the Spy. Did you ever read that or go see the movies? Were your kids into the Harriet the Spy?
No, I don't read.
If you like houses like
Harriet
that,
the Spy.
Do we Austin, you know what Harriet the Spy is, don't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This is a Queen Anne style house. It's located at 156 East End Avenue in New York City. And it's the inspiration for the children's book, Harriet the Spy, and the movies and everything. If you want to live in the Harriet the Spy house, $6 million will get you that house right there in New York City.
How much is Babe the Pig's house?
It's a barn.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a barn. But yeah, this house in New York City was
what was the name of the spider?
Charlotte?
Charlotte. Yeah. How much is Charlotte's house?
It's Charlotte's Web.
Yeah. Well, she's got to have a house. There's a web.
What's the name of the spider? It's Charlotte's. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, $6 million for Harriet the Spy. And I think it's worth it.
I have in my 5 minutes.
They just cut the price, $625,000, by the way. That's when you know it's overpriced, is when they start hacking.
They dropped it 10%.
They did.
Did you see the Nightmare on Elm Street house in Los Angeles is for sale?
Would you live in that house?
Oh, absolutely.
And by the way, in New York State, we do not have to we don't have to say whether or not there's been some kind of heinous murder or if the house is haunted. We don't have to produce that information, just so you know.
$3.5 million.
For the
Nightmare on Elm Street house in Los Angeles.
You wouldn't live there?
But $3.5 million in Los Angeles. That's
nothing.
That's like a 1,500 square foot colonial in
shack.
Irondequoit, right?
That's a shack.
That's a shack.
You gonna live in that house?
I don't have $3.5 million, but why not?
Why not?
What the hell?
Yeah,
does it have a pool?
As realtor, well,
is it in Greece? I think I take the house in Greece. That's a better bargain.
It doesn't have a pool and it's in California.
Yeah.
I'm not buying a house in California without a pool.
Right.
I don't know about you, but in the state of New York, we do not have to disclose. We do not have to disclose whether or not there's been some kind of a hatchet murder in the house, and we don't have to disclose whether or not the house is haunted. However,
but in that case, it actually makes the house worth more, right?
I would think,
because there's crazy people that would pay more to have it.
I don't know. I don't like the Amityville Horror House. I mean, you can't get around that. Everyone knows that house, right? But it's been on the market I don't know how many times, but yeah, but my house that I have coming up that I'm getting ready to list in the next couple of days is not haunted.
It's just a beauty.
It's just a beauty. Yeah. The shirt. Yes, I love the shirt. Venus.com, guys.
So very sexy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is that all you could get at Venus.com?
You can get all kinds of clothes. They have dresses and I'm sure Lori would love it. I mean, do you ever shop for Lori at all?
Do
you buy her clothes?
Sure, why not?
You do?
Sure.
What do you buy her? Do you
Clothes?
Okay. You kill me.
I know sometimes she's a small and sometimes she's a medium, so I got to guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You just
that's
kind of
all I
hold it
know.
up and you go.
Yeah, I just kind of guess.
Yeah. You are watching Kimberly's Revolution on the We the People Podcast Network. I'm assuming, are we going to be able to have this on our website as well? I mean, there's a way to add all of our podcasts. They can listen.
Yeah,
right
they're
on
all
the,
they're there
all
now.
right there.
Yeah, you could go to the website and click on any of the shows. There's Kimberly's Revolution. There's Got Freedom with Chad Hummel. There's Political Correcting with with Jose.
Right.
There's Austin's show
yeah.
and Marcus Made in America with Marcus C. Williams.
And if anyone thinks that they'd like to join the
Partisans is Austin's show.
Pop Culture Partisans.
PCP.
PCP.
I like it.
Your weekly dose of PCP.
If you think you'd like to join the We the People Podcast Network and you think you got something to say, you think you got some talent,
you can have your own page on our website.
You can have your own page and you can join us here and you can do your own podcast. Just send us a line, send us a direct message and let us know. In the meantime, we appreciate all of our Patriots watching and listening.
Yes.
And we appreciate all of our Patriots who share all of our podcasts that we do, whether it's on Apple Podcasts or YouTube or on our Facebook page or now on our website, wethepeoplepodcastnetwork.com. We also thank our sponsors, Fantuzzo's Acupuncture, Taylor Heating and Plumbing at Taylor 500 Help, because you need your furnace serviced, and also Express Sealers and Precision Lawn and Garden, where they have big snow blowers that you're going to need, because they say this is going to be a snowy winter in the Northeast. And I've already called my plow guy.
You got a plow guy?
I got a plow guy because my husband only snow blows on the weekends when he's home.
He only snow blows on the weekends?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have time. He's gone from like 4:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock at night. It's like 5 or 6 o'clock at night.
Give him a pass.
Oh, Joy says the website looks good. Thank you.
All right.
We're glad you like it.
Hey, people, everybody listening within an earshot, we don't care what you do with this T-shirt. Okay, just buy a T-shirt. We need, we need the money. We got to pay some bills.
You can put it on your dog when you walk your dog. Yeah. We don't care what you do with the T-shirt.
You can wash your car with it.
You're right. Whatever you got.
Whatever you want to do.
You can decorate a Christmas tree.
Now that's a great idea.
With the Kimberly's Revolution T-shirt. You know how they do? You can just put a shirt. You can have a Christmas tree shirt.
I've heard of a Christmas tree skirt.
This would be your Christmas tree shirt.
Perfect.
That's what I'm thinking. Shop now. They're saying you know, because if you don't,
you may not be able to buy anything else for Christmas but a T-shirt from us.
You have all your Halloween candy?
No, usually I panic at the last minute and go get a couple bags of Reese's.
I've been eating candy for about a month now.
We don't get trick-or-treaters anymore. We don't get them anymore.
You don't?
We used to get like 100 kids. Now we get
a ton.
Now we get like 10.
Because they've all grown up and gone away.
Yeah, it could be.
Right?
Yeah, we're the old folks neighborhood now.
So Reese's, and I kid you not, this is a thing.
Sorry.
This is a thing. Reese's has come out with Reese's peanut butter potato chips.
Perfect.
Reese's and potato chips together in a Reese's peanut butter cup. Those look like Ruffles with ridges, don't they? But that's what that is. I'm not kidding you. They'll be on store shelves probably in the next week if they're not already.
Maybe. So
wherever you get your candy, Walmart always has stuff like this.
Well, with the supply chain problem, they'll show up for Christmas.
It'll be too late.
It'll be too late for Halloween.
Your Halloween candy. But I don't know if they're exactly supposed to be out in time for Halloween.
Well, we can't get toilet paper, but we'll have a shit ton of Reese's cups.
Reese's, I mean, as if your fat ass can't get fatter, they want to put potato chips in the chocolate and the peanut butter. Okay.
Well, just like you, Kimberlina. Just like you, Kimberlina. It's sweet and salty.
Thank you very much. Tom, aren't you? You're just so sweet today.
Aww.
You are just so sweet today. You really are. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't think that doesn't look delicious?
Looks good to me.
I can't even. I mean, all of a sudden your arteries are clogging. Your heart has stopped. But by God, you got to have one of those Reese's potato chips, chocolate, peanut butter thing.
I think you could have at least 20 or 30 of them before that happens.
I have like 6 bags of candy at home. Every single one of the bags of candy is open. I've kind of just at this point given up. It's what I tell my husband. I just, you know what? I've just given up at this point.
So John H is not going to be happy with you.
Oh, John H has a lot of work with all of this. There's a lot of this that needs to be, sculpted down. But I'm okay with that. I'm all right. I'm all right with that. My husband's birthday is next Tuesday.
Happy birthday, Rich.
And we're going to the Bills game on Sunday.
I've heard.
No, I am not vaccinated. No, I'm not going to get vaccinated. No, I'm not going to get my booster. Here's a little thing I have to say. So I take Lois, my 88-year-old mother, to get her booster shot. On Friday, we had to make an appointment because everyone getting a booster shot has to make an appointment. So we go to Walgreens. We've made our appointment. We go the regular Walgreens that we go to get her flu shot and stuff. For some reason, they weren't doing the boosters. So we had to go down to the Spencerport Road Walgreens.
Okay.
Which I think you probably know where that is. So we go down.
It's the Cadillac of Walgreens.
We go down Long Pond to get to the Spencerport Road Walgreens. We walk in at the time they tell us, which is they say, if your appointment is at 1, then you need to arrive at 12:45. So me liking to be on time, as always, I was taught you're on time. If you're on time, you're already late. We walk in at about 12:40. The girl looks at us and says, well, it's going to be a half hour because we're taking walk-ins. And I'm like, I'm sorry. We made an appointment. That's what an appointment is for.
Not
when
anymore.
You make an appointment, that means we come before everyone else who just walks in. Right?
That's not how it goes at Olive Garden anymore.
No. So this lady gives me all this, the clipboard with this paperwork. And I said, oh, I already filled that out for my mom online. Oh, no, you have to fill it out now. And an elderly couple sitting off to the side, because, they have 5 chairs there for people to sit in, for the elderly people coming in to get their boosters. The elderly couple that was sitting off to the side said, she didn't tell us about any paperwork. We've been here 10 minutes waiting. And I'm like, son of a bitch. What is wrong with these people? These people are elderly. One of them had a cane. They'd been sitting there. They had an appointment too, but there had been 3 people walking in that got appointments ahead of them. And you know what? That's not right. It's not the right thing to do. It is the wrong. Shame on Walgreens for doing that. So for my mother's 1:00 appointment that we were told to arrive by 12:45 to get her booster, we didn't walk out of there until after 1:30.
So the bottom line here, Kimberlina, is she okay? She got the booster, no real side effects. Everything's good.
I don't know. She has an extra head that she can yell at me with.
She's still okay.
She can bitch more.
All right.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, I mean, I don't want the booster and I'm not getting the vaccine.
Well,
and that's okay.
If you're 88 years old,
I'm a free American, right?
If you're 88 years old, you probably should get it, right?
Because you're high
risk.
She's high risk. She's 88. She got, I don't know. Will it do her any good?
Good for her.
Fine. But you know what? If you have an appointment, you have an appointment. If you have these elderly people coming in, you shouldn't take some 20-some construction worker that comes in to get whatever he's getting ahead of the elderly.
So what did he look like, Kimberly? What did this 20-something-year-old construction worker
look like?
He
came in with 3 of the construction guys that all had to get their...
Did they have their hats and were the muscle shirts and jeans?
No, they had on jackets and they had on
oh, okay.
The stuff that glows in the dark. They had those lines down there.
So they didn't start just randomly singing like the YMCA.
No. Yes. Seinfeld had a whole episode. If you have an appointment, yeah, but it's true. I mean, honestly, it's ridiculous.
All right.
It is ridiculous. All right. Do you want to talk about this Alec Baldwin situation?
Yeah. I mean, it's horrific.
With the gun. I mean, it is horrific. So
I've never taken a gun safety training class myself because I've never really fired a weapon.
These are prop guns.
Well, I know, but people say, well, if you're holding a gun, some people know what it weighs.
Right.
And, if you had a safety class, you would know to check the gun first.
You check the gun every time you pick it up.
You would check the gun, no matter what, every single time.
Apparently,
but if you're Alec Baldwin, who's been paid all of his life to have other people wait on him.
Right.
He doesn't know that. I mean, he's probably, hey, it's the gun. Hand me the gun. Hey, I got the gun. You want to get shot? Here, I'll shoot you.
Yeah.
So there'll be some investigations here. We'll find out who left. Apparently somebody took the gun hunting or something, or took the gun out. and left bullets in it after they shot it?
I don't even know, but they left it on a table with other prop guns. And then when they came back for lunch, he was handed a gun that apparently he thought was a cold gun. And it was not, because the prop master didn't check it. Now, I will tell you that they had a massive crew walkout just several days before that because they said that there were problems with safety on this particular movie. It's called Rust, is the name of a movie. It's a Western starring Alec Baldwin. And a veteran prop master revealed that he was offered a job to work on the Alec Baldwin movie, but he turned it down because of massive red flags. He was convinced it was an accident waiting to happen, and it absolutely was an accident waiting to happen. This guy, his name is Neil Zermosky, told the LA Times that he was approached on September 20th to work on this movie. He was very interested, but during 4 days of negotiations became alarmed that the movie appeared to be kind of something that was put together haphazardly. The safety precautions on the set were not good, and they were putting money over people's safety. And he said once he realized that at the situation, he backed off of the movie and said, I just wasn't going to put my reputation on the line.
So
for that kind of situation.
Baldwin in a low budget movie is not much of a shock, right?
Well, no, I mean, he's done some blockbusters.
I mean, who did they have watching the guns? Some 22-year-old snowflake?
Yeah, actually, she's
Yes.
She's 24 years old.
Oh my God.
Her name is Hannah Gutierrez Reed.
Oh, I bet you she feels horrible.
She's an ex-model who only had been a prop master armorer. Those are the people that handle the guns.
Apparently, she's not that anymore.
Had only been the prop master armorer once before. Do we have video on this particular situation, Austin? I think we do.
People accidentally shot on a movie set by a prop gun. We need help immediately.
This is the set. The director, Joel Souza, was injured. The director of photography, Helena Hutchins, was killed. 2 individuals were shot on the set of Rust, according to the Santa Fe, New Mexico Sheriff's Office, when a prop firearm was discharged by Alec Baldwin. Baldwin distraught in the sheriff's parking lot after questioning. The investigation remains open and active. No charges have been filed. A prop firearm should shoot only blanks.
With a blank round, you have everything that you would normally have in a real round, but you don't have the bullet on the end of it. So that when it fires, you do get the flash, you do get the bang, you get the recoil, you get the explosion, but you don't get the bullet flying out the end of the gun. Now, that doesn't mean that blank rounds are safe.
Hutchins posted this video the day before she died, horse riding on a day off. One of the perks of shooting a Western, she wrote. Born in Ukraine, Hutchins started out as a journalist, then moved to the US to study and work in the movies. Named a rising star in 2019 by American Cinematographer magazine. She was 42.
She kind of brought that eye that she had from documentaries and nonfiction filmmaking to, again, action movies and horror movies. So they had this sort of immediacy and realism, as well as this eye for beauty that she had. And it was a really unique look.
A death on set like this.
So go ahead. You can stop
unique.
that. So here's the thing. So the day after this prop master that was originally going to be hired to work on this movie, the day after he turned it down, this Hannah Gutierrez Reed, who is 24 and an ex-model, and who'd only been an armorer once before that she'd got the job, had tweeted that she was scared of taking such a job because she didn't have much experience doing it. And apparently,
had she taken a gun safety class?
As all the prop guns were laid out on a table, everyone broke for lunch. And when they came back, no one checked to see if in what condition the guns were in.
Not to be the tinfoil hat guy here, but maybe somehow, some way, somebody wanted a bullet in that gun.
I mean, I don't know.
I guess at some point maybe we will find out.
Wilder things that happen. I mean, I can't see any major charges coming, but financially they're going to be liable for a civil suit. I mean, this has civil suit written all over it. There's going to be a lot of money.
Well, there's certainly
paid
negligence.
Out. Yeah, definitely negligence.
Yeah.
And so there's and I'm not a lawyer. So I
You're
don't.
not a lawyer.
I don't know these things. But if I'm a Chad Hummel and I'm looking at this, and someone calls me and says, "Hey, Chad Hummel," I mean, I'm looking at a whole lot of money. That's that this production is going to have to pay for the death of this woman.
Yeah.
All because someone didn't pick up a gun and check it first to make sure that it was safe. And again, I mean, think of all the movies with gunfire, just about every movie, except for kids movies. They all have some kind of gunfire, Westerns, whatever. Every Clint Eastwood movie. I mean, this.
Yeah, you would think this would happen more often as well.
But it doesn't, because they have good people. They have union.
You pay somebody.
They have union crews working on these kind of jobs to make sure that these things don't happen. Now, occasionally they do happen and people get killed on movie sets. It happens.
Well, I guarantee you now that all the actresses and actors that hold these guns will ask the guy if it's, can you take this out?
Right.
Can I make sure these are blanks?
Can we check it first?
I guarantee you that's going to happen now.
And I wanted to let you know that I did buy my turkey last week. Did I tell you that I bought my turkey?
Oh.
And they say that this is going to be the most expensive Thanksgiving in 50 years. I couldn't find a butterball or a honeysuckle anywhere, although someone tells me that Aldi's does have a butterball. Don't tell my mom. She doesn't know that I got an off-brand turkey. Don't tell my mom. Lois will be very upset. I told her, yeah, Mom, I got a 13, because Wegmans has these giant turkeys, right? They don't have any little ones. They have giant ones, and they're like 20 some, I don't know, 25, 30 pounders. I mean, they're big. Well, I'm not going to cook anything like that. But they're off brand.
Sandwiches.
None of them are like on brand. None of them are
What's
any
an
of them.
on or an off brand for a turkey?
Honeysuckle.
Oh.
Or butterball. I couldn't find any butterballs, but I lied to my mother and I told her I found a butterball.
Did you take the packaging off before you put it in the fridge?
I won't even tell her. I'll just put it in the oven before she ever sees it. But they say that turkeys are obviously, there's shortage of turkeys because of the supply chain, because of corn is so expensive, and that's what turkeys eat. They also say liquor is going to be in short supply.
What?
I'm telling you. Yeah, now you're interested.
You better go stock up.
Now you're interested, right?
I gotta go.
So I just want to calculate. Yeah, alcohol shortage. I'm not kidding you.
Alcohol shortage?
Alcohol shortage. An alcohol shortage is coming just in time for the holidays.
We're going to be drinking Scope.
Stores in Southern California are already dealing with massive, bare shelves of alcohol because of pandemic-related backlogs at the Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach. People can't get their booze. And as soon as certain brands come in, like Tito's or wherever, it's just gone.
Wow.
It is.
Talk about a pandemic.
Right. I know. Debbie, you have to, I know. You don't want to spend Thanksgiving and Christmas with your relatives with no booze. What a tragedy that would be, right?
That's unheard of.
But we got this guy. I just want to tell you, we have a migrant caravan. I don't know if you've seen the picture. A huge one, 20,000, getting ready to make it to the border of the United States of America. 20,000 migrant caravan. We have gas prices that are now $3.49 in the Rochester area.
Going up.
I don't know where they are anywhere else. You have bare shelves. You have prices on things that you need at the store. I mean, the meat is insanely expensive, right? And you have all this stuff. And what's Biden doing? He's taking another vacation in the midst of the country going to hell. Biden is taking another vacation. Can we run that audio?
Reaction. Let's bring in New York Congressman Lee Zeldin. Okay, Gallup reporting the president has the biggest drop in approval ratings of any president since World War II, more than Eisenhower, more than Nixon, Obama, and Clinton and Carter. But the president spent 40% of his time outside of Washington at his home in Delaware or Camp David. And today he was literally yelling about getting his agenda passed. What do you say to this?
Well, first off, one of the most important things to do is to show up. And when you're facing crises like what's going on in Afghanistan, what we're facing at our southern border right now, the push to pass trillions of dollars of new spending and to hike taxes, to be spending so much time away, it does not provide reassurance to the American people that the president is leading. We also need competency. We look for competency. And Afghanistan was in
I couldn't help
competency.
myself.
So that took a hit of the president's support. But then you have what's happening on our southern border, which I would say is not incompetency. I would say that they know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it anyway. You just played the quote from Secretary Yellen about not being worried of losing control with regards to inflation. The average American feels like you're not in control of inflation right now. And there's been so much that's come out of this White House and from this administration where the average American just feels like the administration isn't shooting straight with them.
That's true. We can stop that there, Austin. Yeah, the thing is, and what do we always say?
Nothing good happens after midnight.
Showing up is 99. Buy more ammo. Showing up is 99% of the gig.
Right.
Right. If you show up, you're already halfway successful. I mean, you're more than halfway successful. Biden has been a no-show. I did see him today. He coughed in his hand.
Yeah, then when he
and he shook someone's hand.
It was a fake cough. It was more of a nervous. It was a nervous tick.
Oh, like the watch
Yeah,
checking.
like the watch
Like the
checking.
watch checking. That's a
Hey, Jack Dorsey from Twitter fame,
Yeah.
the CEO of Twitter.
Let
He
me
says,
shake your hand now.
He says hyperinflation is coming soon. Hyperinflation.
The hell is hyperinflation?
Well, that's because the inflation we have right now apparently isn't enough. So I mean, I thought this was hyperinflation.
I can't I have got to get a different job. I can't stand the hyperinflation.
We can't. Who's gonna?
I'm gonna have to kick Lois out and get her a tent.
I thought they said this was only going to be temporary. Feels like 1977 again, all over again.
Exactly. But you have a president who continues to keep going on vacation. And this situation at the southern border is you thought it was bad. We've said it's been horrible. It's about to get exponentially worse. I mean, you ratchet it up like
I
a
gotta
couple of
find
degrees.
some more bridges to park these people under.
Yeah, call Del Rio. They don't
Yeah.
mind. Just bring them into Del Rio, Texas.
Yeah.
Those poor people.
Yeah, they're good at it.
Exactly. All right. It's Kimberly's Revolution. That's what you're watching right now on the We the People Podcast Network. And yes, we're fancy. We have a website now.
Fancy like Applebee's.
We the People Podcast Network.com. We the People Podcast Network.com. Check it out. In the next couple of days, I'll be able to post things on there. News stories, freak of the week. I'll be able to do that kind of stuff. So I'm a little bit excited about that.
Buy a damn t-shirt.
I'm going to be an admin. Do we have Tom's Take today?
Yeah, we got a few things.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, the one that I'm really excited about, Austin, can you put the picture up? This is your costume for Halloween, Kimberlina.
Oh, I didn't know I had I'm butter.
You're going to be the butter guy. I mean, you're not the butter turkey. You're not the butter
ball
ham. You're not the butter pig, or what is the one in Easter? The butter lamb.
Oh, yeah.
You're not the butter tree.
Or the butter tree for Christmas.
You can literally go and be butter.
I'll be a stick of butter.
That's perfect.
Where do you get that costume?
I don't know.
I could be a stick of butter.
I think it's genius.
Yeah. My grandparents for a snack, used to eat butter sandwiches.
Right.
That's back when, people were really poor. When they, what are you having for a snack? A butter sandwich. Okay, Grandma.
Okay, we got to touch on a couple of serious topics here.
Yes.
What the hell's Fauci doing? He's now killing beagles?
I don't want to show that picture. I'm not going to do it.
Can we just fire this guy? I mean, what the F?
Beagles.
Beagles. Why beagles?
They're like the Tom of dogs. They're not too smart, but they're really friendly.
I mean, of all the creatures on this world, we can't get rid of a few squirrels. We got a lot of those. Why beagles?
I feel bad for the beagles.
I'm going to cry here.
So they're testing on beagles, and basically what they're doing is putting their head in a box and letting the flies and other insects eat them to death.
How does this Fauci guy still have a job? That's what I want to know.
Because they're testing various vaccines on beagles. And this is what they're doing. I know everyone has seen the picture of the beagles being tested on. It's outrageous.
If this guy doesn't get fired, I'm walking out.
Nobody's talking about this story. None of the mainstream media is You won't see this story about the beagles and the testing on the dogs anywhere because it's not being discussed. And you said, hey, did you bring the picture with it? I'm like, no, I don't.
Oh, crazy.
It's so bad.
Can't believe that.
Yeah.
I can't, the disgusting nature of that.
They're testing on the beagles. And
it has started, Kimberly.
I had a beagle named Lady.
You had a beagle named Lady?
Yeah.
Oh, they're so sweet. They just make really obnoxious sounds.
That's why I say they're like the Tom of dogs.
Because I'm obnoxious? That could be. Did you see Chicago is starting? It's officially socialism. Governmental socialism is officially starting.
Where?
Chicago is voting on basic income.
What does that mean?
It means in the 22 budget.
Isn't that what Social Security is?
Well, no, because this is for people that aren't on Social Security.
Okay.
But in 2022, the Chicago mayor proposed as part of their budget a $31 million plan for basic income. Okay. Now, $31 million in a city like Chicago is, me pulling
not
out
a lot, yeah.
me pulling out $5. So this is a start, but this is a pilot program. And if it works, and I guess if it's perceived to work, whether it does or not.
So basically,
you're paying people not
to work.
You're paying people.
So
not
it's
to
what
work.
unemployment is.
Right, but it's only $500 a month, so that's really not in Chicago. Where are you going with $500 a month?
Right.
So there's not a lot in
the South
this.
Side.
There's not a lot in this, except maybe you buy a few lottery tickets with it, but there's nothing here. So we'll wait and see
There's
how
so
it
much
works.
more you could do with 31 million than to give.
But it's a start.
Oh my goodness. That is and don't think that there aren't democratic cities around the country that are going to be watching.
They're going to be watching this, sure.
To see how it's done and how it can be applied in your hometown.
Paying people not to work. And they always say, the Democrats and the progressives always say, it's not about the policy. It's the fact that you don't go far enough with it. That's why it fails. So instead of 31 million, they should have made it 300 million, and maybe it would have worked.
It's the downfall of America.
Yeah, they just don't go far enough.
It is aren't we seeing the effect of what happens when you pay people not to work?
Right.
You have
fat, lazy people.
Massive company failures, massive businesses going under. You have massive amount of people that just don't go to work. There aren't people enough to work at these businesses, so the businesses are going under.
Just paving the way for more robots. I'm excited about it.
Wow.
Robots. It's going to be huge.
Sure.
Invest in robots. Did you watch any of this Virginia?
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Have you paying attention to any of this Virginia governor's race?
Oh, with McMurray.
Yeah, it's coming
whatever.
up next. Apparently, critical race theory is on the books for the governor's race. The current governor has come right out and said that he supports critical race theory and that he wants to keep parents out of the classroom.
Isn't he also the governor that dressed up in blackface?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I rest my case.
Nothing said.
He supports critical race theory, but back in the day he dressed up in blackface. But you know what?
Tell you what.
Enough said. You have to watch what people do to understand who they are.
They are
all
open.
You need to do is watch them.
They are open about it now. They used to hide in the corners and talk about it amongst themselves. Now they're right out there with their progressive agenda, and it's right there. When I was, my kids are both out of high school, but when my kids were in school, what was the PTA? You just, you brought cookies or you had a bake sale or whatever. I was not involved, and I think most people weren't involved. It just wasn't high profile enough to even start to get involved. But I think even me, just Tom, probably. Did I just use myself in third person? I think even me.
He did, Austin, didn't he?
Geez, I don't deserve that. I think even moi would have gotten upset about this.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's totally disgusting. I hope the guy gets his ass kicked.
I don't think he's going to. I think he's leading in the polls. I don't know.
Think he's still going to win?
I don't know. I
Come on,
probably.
people.
Probably.
Last thing, Austin, did you hear or see that the dude took his SBA loan from COVID and went out and spent $57,789 on a Pokemon card?
That's it? That's all he spent?
I'm sorry. Is that the business loan that was given to the?
Well, you have to pay it back. It's a 3.75% loan that the government gives you through the SBA.
Because he had a small business. So he took his small business loan and he went and bought a Pokemon card
for $58,000 almost.
Yeah, but it was a Charizard.
Yeah, it was a Charizard.
Holographic Charizard.
Yeah.
It's $58,000. That's a steal.
And some other guy.
I'm sorry, you both are speaking idiocy. I don't speak idiot, so I don't know what to say.
You missed the whole Pokemon craze with Chloe.
My daughter had Pokemon cards,
What
but they
about
were kind of
Beanie
like,
Babies?
but they were kind of like Barbies too.
Did you have Beanie
We had
Babies?
Beanie Babies too. I didn't buy them. My mother-in-law bought them. Not, her grandmother bought them for her. My mother-in-law did. We weren't really into the Beanie Babies. She just collected those horses. They're like some kind of plastic horses that were really expensive, though. Not like the
shockingly expensive.
Yes. Right? They started with a B. I don't know what kind of horses they were, but she had them all.
My niece was into those.
Yeah.
So anyways, some other dude.
Someone says, "Oh man, is he single?" Yes, Stacy, that's what you want as a guy who goes out and spends $58,000 on a Pokemon card.
Right. Some other guy spent $300,000 of his SBA money on a Lamborghini.
What was it, Lambo Douche Boy?
I don't know.
Was he from Greece?
So
did he have a pawn shop? These are all things that I want to know.
These are the guys that are going to end
jail
up.
Yet?
These are the guys that are going to end up in jail, not the actual criminals, right?
Briar horses. Thank you, Joy.
White collar crime kills.
And it makes you lose your mind too.
Yeah.
Briar horses. How do I ever forget those? Chloe has we have two of the little things you put your dirty clothes in.
You got the barn with the stable
everything.
and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Right?
We have all the horses in a laundry basket. We have 2 laundry baskets full of Briar horses. I'll sell them to you for a price.
They're not going to be cheap.
They aren't going to be cheap. All right. That's going to do it for Kimberly's Revolution for a Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow with Kimberly's Revolution.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same bat channel. 4:00 is the time.
Oh, that's correct.
And I will tell you that there is a video coming out from one of the schools. You're going to want to see this. And it's kind of interesting. I'm not going to tell you how I got a hold of this video from a local school, but it is shocking. In the video, there is a special needs kid that gets knocked to the ground in the fray and assaulted. It is some pretty disgusting.
Sounds disturbing.
Video.
So this is for Chad Hummel to dissect?
It's for all of us to dissect. I mean, the thing of it is, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll break down the video. The video is certainly telling, and
Look forward to it.
We'll talk about all of it
Austin,
together.
Is Chad going to do a show today? Got Freedom by Chad Hummel?
Possibly. I think that video you guys were talking about is what he sent me earlier, so I don't know if he's planning on talking about
so
that.
Stay
All
tuned.
Because I sent it to him. So
stay tuned. Mr. Chad Hummel will break this down. And
all right, and check out our We the People Podcast Network.com. You can buy a shirt on there if you want. And then you buy a shirt, we'll send it to you.
God bless.
But that's going to do it.
Be kind to others. Love your neighbor. We're starting up. We're starting up.
Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.